Have you ever felt afraid of being truly seen and heard, even when you know there's so much more you have to offer? It's as if there's a voice inside urging you to stay hidden. Today, we are diving into Chiron in your human design chart, the deepest wound that might be holding you back, how to find yours, and how you can finally break free from its grip.
Welcome to The Amplified Female Entrepreneur, the podcast where business strategy meets spiritual wisdom. Join your host, Lisa, a seasoned mentor and intuitive channel, as she guides ambitious women to align their strengths and amplify their potential. Get ready to step into purpose-driven leadership and unlock the business and life you were meant for. Now, here's your host, Lisa.
Today, we are diving into Chiron, often referred to as the wounded healer. Chiron represents the deepest wound that you've carried since birth, but it's also where you have the potential to become a guide for others once you are healed. This wound might be the reason you're afraid of being seen or heard. It could be holding you back from fully expressing yourself and really stepping into your true power. If you haven't pulled your human design chart, this is a great time to do so. You can pause this episode and look up your free chart using the link I've provided below. In your chart, Chiron will be represented by a symbol that looks like a key on the left side. And next to this symbol, you will find a number that corresponds to a gate. There are 64 gates in total in human design. Each gate holds a specific energy and theme that will reflect your challenges and growth opportunities, as well as your strengths. If you don't know what that gate means, go ahead and begin by just putting it into a Google search or ChatGPT. Understanding the energy of your Chiron gate can provide such profound insights into the wounds that you need to address to unlock your full potential. Let me tell you about a client of mine that we will call Grace. Grace came to me as an entrepreneur who was completely lost. She was burnt out, overwhelmed, having issues with her employees. She felt her employees just were not understanding her, which was leaving her feeling unhappy and frustrated. Like so many of us, she was caught in the trap of blaming everyone else for how she felt and what was happening around her. Now, psychology suggests that it is a common cognitive bias. Many people experience moments where they attribute their problems to external factors rather than looking inward. According to a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, individuals who have a strong external focus of control, so trying to control situations or others, for example, are more likely to blame external circumstances for their problems. This mindset can contribute to feelings of helplessness and a lack of control over one's life. And boy, does this resonate with me. I cannot tell you how many times that I have blamed others. I would always blame my parents for so many things, for my behavior, why I had the problems I had, why I wasn't having good relationships. I could just blame them for everything, basically. And, I would drive to work and I would be cut off on the freeway, and that person now was to blame for me having a bad day. I could go on and on. I was the queen of blaming others. But let me tell you that this is such a horrible way to live, and it is very disempowering. It would not allow me to grow. It would not allow me to heal, because all I could do was just focus on blaming others instead of doing the internal work myself and controlling my own behavior, my own reactions to situations. Through my channeling abilities, I was able to see beyond Grace's words to her true core wounds and her traumas. I was able to see what was truly holding her back. I could also see, like me, she was blaming her employees for not listening, for not caring, or understanding her, and so forth. But what I truly saw was that she was deeply afraid of being seen and heard, which was a significant barrier to her growth. I then examined her human design chart, and I discovered that in Chiron, she had gate 33, which is known as the gate of privacy and retreat. This indicated that her biggest wound was related to visibility, to being seen. So, because of this, and because she didn't want to be seen, she grew up as being a people pleaser and was still doing it in her work environment. Because if you think about it, if you are a people pleaser, then you try to keep the peace, right? If not, then it's almost like you feel like there is a spotlight on you. So, this was what was preventing her from fully stepping into her leadership potential and really speaking her truth and giving guidance and direction to her employees. Now, you might wonder, okay, great. Now that I've identified my core wound, what's next? And this is where the real work begins. I use energy work and neuroscience to help Grace because we needed to rewire the false stories and limiting beliefs that she carried. We also need to address the energy blockages that were stemming from her past traumas and experiences that kept her in a state of fear of being seen. By doing so, we were able to transform her fears into empowerment and allowing her to step confidently into her leadership role. Once we identified her core wounds, we were able to work on healing it. And for Grace, it looked like this. It involved a combination of awareness, reprogramming, and as mentioned, energy work. So awareness, the first step was helping her understand her fear of being seen. It was just a pattern. It wasn't a personal flaw. Next, reprogramming, working on rewiring those false stories and limiting beliefs that were really holding her back regarding being seen. This involved neuroscience techniques such as subliminals and hypnosis to create a new, empowering narrative for her. The energy work, by addressing the energy blockages, because she was holding past traumas in her body, we were able to release that fear that was keeping Grace from stepping into her leadership role and allowing her to be seen. Techniques like Reiki allowed me to really work on her root chakra, which was holding on to a lot of these traumas and her feelings of not feeling safe. Now, through this holistic approach, we combined science and spiritual wisdom together, and Grace was able to transform her fears into empowerment and really step into her leadership potential. Now, for you, you may ask, okay, how do I step towards my own journey towards empowerment? First, I would say let's reflect and identify what your fears are and your limiting beliefs. You can do this, of course, by identifying your Chiron in your human design chart and really looking into the specific energy that that gate holds on you. This understanding will illuminate the areas where your growth is needed. Next, recognize that the energy associated with your Chiron isn't a personal flaw, but it is an opportunity for growth and healing. Awareness of these patterns is a crucial step towards your transformation. Engage in some kind of energy work. You can explore energy healing techniques like Reiki to address and release these blockages. This practice can help you move past fears and embrace your potential. For those who are new to energy work, platforms like YouTube can offer guided self-Reiki sessions that can be a great starting point for you. And finally, creating a new empowering narrative. Use affirmations, for example, and positive self-talk to reprogram your mindset. Studies have shown that affirmations can significantly not only reduce stress and improve your well-being, but a study published in Social Cognitive and Affective Neuroscience Journal also found that self-affirmations will activate your brain systems associated with self-processing and reward, which will enhance resilience and motivation. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to center ourselves with an affirmation that aligns with today's theme. Allow these words to resonate with you and really focus on them as if they are a command for your brain. As you move forward with your day, repeat to yourself, I am open to being seen and heard, and I embrace my unique path with confidence and joy. Let this affirmation serve as a reminder of your strength and potential. If you are ready to dive deeper and understanding your human design chart with a focus on business, neuroscience, and energy work, I invite you to join me in the Rise and Thrive program. This unique experience offers live calls and weekly coaching sessions with me where I will guide you step by step. You will be part of an intimate group of only 15 women, ensuring personalized attention and a supportive environment. Our beta launch filled up fast within days, purely through word of mouth. So to apply and secure your spot on the waitlist for our next launch, which will begin May 2025, visit the link below. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your life and business with the support of a beautiful, like-minded community. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Amplified Female Entrepreneur. We've explored how Chiron can reveal the deepest wounds and how to transform them into sources of empowerment. Remember, your journey to being seen and heard is a powerful one, and you are not alone in it. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll dive into Saturn, the hardest life lesson you must master. Until next time, keep shining and embracing your unique path. And as always, let's continue to rise and thrive together.